Bright and glorious morning. This morning. Alrighty, let's go ahead and talk about what happens after the coming together, the congealing of the waters, right? After the Red Sea had congealed. Again, keep in mind the Israelites were walking all night. They were endlessly walking throughout the evening. They made it safely to the other side in the morning. So they were tired, they were delirious, but what did they decide to do? Let's go ahead and start out with this quote by Prothalomion. It is not only this we praise, it's the general love. Let cats meow, rise to a scream on the tool shed roof. The juxtaposition is this one. We're discussing praise and general love, and then we have the cat's meow, because sometimes it can be bothersome or pestering, especially when they want to go outside, or when Air Force climbs all the way to the top of the tree and cries because he wants to get down. Oh, hello! Speaking of which, she's not the vocal one. Air Force is the vocal one, but adorable nonetheless. How could you say no to a cat's meow? Exactly. But let's go ahead and talk about praise and love and God's love and God's praise. Let's go ahead and begin with part 6, reading. And the Israelites saw the mighty hand of the Lord displayed against the Egyptians. The people feared the Lord and put their trust in him and Moses, his servant. So as we were discussing, this is really the first big feat that people witnessed all together. So they were a bit in shock. I would understand them to be a bit in shock, unprepared for what was taking place, not really fully processing all these things that were happening, just thinking that some kind of impending doom was coming upon them, but it wasn't upon them. It was upon the Egyptians. And yes, of course, it is an unfortunate thing for this to take place for the Egyptians, but it was a really necessary time that needed to take place. It was a really necessary set of actions that needed to take place for this point exactly, for them to put their trust in God, right? I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but there were many other gods and deities that they could look to for service or for help, right? But this was really the Lord's way of demonstrating his full power and his full, listen, I am the one to be concerned about. I am the one that is going to really give you great help and service and all of that stuff. So it was his showing out. This is showing out and his demonstration of his great might and power. So they're singing this song, right? Miriam leads a song praising God and praising his feet that he just had taken down. They're walking. They're out of the Red Sea. They're walking towards their next destination. And it's quite long. It actually makes up an entire chapter of 15. So you'll be able to read it in full if you'd like, but this is just a portion, some of which we've discussed before. I've made a slideshow to. There's the vocal one, the cat scream. In the greatness of your majesty, you threw down those who opposed you. Air Force, you went outside already. Let's restart. In the greatness of your majesty, you threw down those who opposed you. You unleashed your burning anger. It consumed them like stubble. Who among the gods is like you, Lord? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in glory, working wonders? Air Force, we are singing praise. How ironic, though. Wow, we just read this quote about praise, right? We praise because of the love is so great, and then the cat is screaming because the quote literally just said that. Baby, if you want to be a part of the video, come in. Come. What, for what reason? Anyways, something like this, this part here. Who among the gods is like you, Lord? So this is something that was acknowledged in times past and times present, that there are multiple gods, right? Technically, it's hard to deny that our God is the one solo of the entire intergalactic space federation. Right? But as far as being here on Earth and, the one in command, this is the only one we need to worry about, right? This is what he's trying to say. He's like, yes, there could be other deities that you look up to, and they acknowledge, so does God. God acknowledges when he, we'll get into it, but God also acknowledges that there are technically other gods, but I am the one true God that you should be concerned about. I am the one that's looking after you. I'm the one that's, in a way, assigned to this spot we call Earth, this globe, right? So he's going to look after us, and he's going to take care of us. We don't have to worry about other interferences and, praying to different gods for different things like a lot of people did. He is the one in command. He is the head of chief. He is full authority. And then, of course, with these feats, he demonstrated his majestic, holy power, which is very, very intense and strong and just really all-encompassing. Again, the praise continues. You will bring them in and plant them on the mountain of your inheritance. The place, Lord, you made for your dwelling, the sanctuary, Lord, your hands established. The Lord reigns forever and ever. So, of course, Miriam and the like are talking about you threw down those who opposed you, unleashing your burning anger. But then they're also saying, you will bring them in and plant them on the mountain of your inheritance, the place, Lord, you made for your dwelling. So, I don't quite know. She's talking about maybe those who had passed, right, in these great demonstrations, the ones that have died, or if she's talking about the Israelites, but it could go either way. Yes, it's sad that a lot of people had to die and everything. There was a lot of murder, essentially, or killing, but need not to worry. God will always take them in, repurpose the souls, repurpose their bodies, plant them on the mountain of his inheritance. He really looks after everybody, and death is not the end of things. Yes, people sin. We are going to learn that the Israelites even are not perfect people. Nobody is, playing a perfect role. We are all just having our separate parts, and we all make mistakes, and we can be on one side or the other at any given time. So the Israelites are not perfect. The Egyptians were not perfect, but at the end of the day, we are all part of the Lord's inheritance, and we are all part of his might and power. So it's nothing for you to fear. Of course, judgment will come, right? But you do have to be very much on the opposing mindset for the judgment to strike you very harshly. It's very important just to stay, like what I said, stay in the loving and true and kind and just nurturing spirit energy. I mean, there's ways that you can think about things that are the exact opposite of what I just said. But yes, we are here to uplift and support and help and plant seeds and grow and learn together and develop our planet to a level of satisfaction. Those against it, you'll know how they're against it by the way that they move, by their words, and what have you. But anyways, the Lord, at the end of the day, we're all part of the Lord's garden, and there's really nothing nobody can say about that. If you're existing, this is what I always say, if you're existing here on this planet, you're chosen. You already are chosen. You already are a part of the planet, right? The Lord's garden. And we should just take heed to that and really just be satisfied with that and in knowing that, and not let too many other things get in the way, not even the self, right? But let's go ahead and finish this last verse. The Lord reigns forever and ever. So that's something to remember. Nobody's going to get phased out, right? The Lord reigns forever and ever. There is unlimited knowing and unlimited time that we can put on the Lord's reign. Forever and ever. That's it. Unlimited. Alright, well, I'm sweating. The sun is beating in. It's hot, warm, humid today. No more cold. I will catch you guys tomorrow, maybe do a little bit more writing along with my work today, and I hope you have a blessed and happy day. Enjoy the Monday of your week, the first whatever. enjoy your week. Bye bye, baby.